Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on Euro FX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome guys and girls, let's take a look again on the forex markets. Today we take a look at both the cable and the euro currency, because here and there this might be some setups that we could consider for trading. First of all, on the euro currency, on a daily chart you could see that nothing actually serious has happened. Market is still trying to take it out of this top and show some upward action here, so we do not see any kind of the reversal yet or some failure of the possible of the existing bullish context as market stands above the support. Shows this kind of the ABCD pattern to the upside, but in recent few sessions you can see overall price action has become choppy and slowed down. And currently market, well, it seems that it has some difficulties in upward continuation. At the same time, recent price actions you will see on the hourly chart was nice. Actually, the market has tested precisely the level that we have specified. So on the fall time frame chart, we're still considering this ABCD pattern. Despite this reaction on this neckline, actually market now has broken it up and stands above it. So we're still watching for possible upward continuation. Well, here we have the target in 22.40, but within this week we focus on nearer standing targets about 122, 122.10, just because on intraday charts we have some number of targets and resistance area right here. So maybe market, or probably market, will show some response to that, as it usually happens. And once this will happen, we will see the degree of this response, whether the market will be able to hold the bullish context, and if it will, in this case we'll turn our attention to the next destination point here, and possibly even not just the OP, but with this ABCD pattern to the XOP that stands somewhere around the previous top. Because, as you know, talked about this many times already, that in the dollar index, overall technical picture suggests new low on the dollar index on the weekly chart, where it stands the major weekly OP, it's 87.3. And in general, overall fundamental background also stands, well, it's not totally evident that recovery of the economy has started. Yes, we see some signs, but it's not as obvious as it should be. So when it becomes obvious, and probably we will see some different action on the dollar index, but by far dollar keeps chance to show a bit more downside action to hit the target, and correspondingly on the euro currency exists chances that it might go higher. So that's approximately the overall situation that we have. On the hourly chart, take a look. Recently we talked about two possible patterns. We said first it might be the butterfly, it will be able to continue upward action right from this consolidation, but also be aware of the possible ABCD, because market just could repeat the same type of action as it stands right here. If this will happen, market has to stay above this confluence support, above the 120 area. And that has happened indeed. Kind of the ABCD pattern has been completed, but market was able to hold above the confluence, shows upward action. And currently, guys, well, actually the target stands the same that we discussed already. Bullish divergence stands in place that we discussed. Here different patterns might be formed. So for instance, now it could be a bit greater butterfly, for instance, or some kind of reverse head and shoulders market could form here, or something of that sort, minor pattern with this minor ABCD to complete the 22 or 8 target, but mostly we are focused on this target as extension of the butterfly. All these minor inner ABCDs, or here some minor ABCDs, just add on to the pattern that we already have in place. Take a look as market hits finally the XOP with this initial ABCD pattern 2183. Here's minor pullback might happen. So it could be some response on the XOP, which in turn could lead to pairing of these, I don't know, maybe reverse head and shoulders, and then market could try and hit this target. So it's around 22 or 8. That's what we have on euro currency. So mostly everything stands the same, just minor technical details on the intraday charts. Speaking on the cable, so as you know, market hits the major target already. We said it's one in butterfly target also is completed here. It's large white butterfly weekly XOP and weekly agreement resistance 141, 142 EUR. So you can see market hits, shows the spike, but very fast return right back down, because here it has very significant pressure. Now we can see on the daily chart the severe bottom as well, but what's more interesting on the weekly chart that we already talked about, overbought, XOP, and 142 one of the major 618 levels. So combination of this resistance, different kind, makes the market difficult to proceed immediately upward actions. Needs some strong background that could push price through all this stuff. It's probably usually it happens by some fundamental events or statement from the authorities. For example, if some statement from the Bank of England will come, or something of that sort, of really superb changing in statistics or something of that sort. But currently we don't have anything with that, and that's why we're falling to normal common practice that when we see strong resistance on the high time frame, we consider reaction on the lower time frame. And for instance, here on the hourly chart, we could consider this pattern today. It could be some ABCD pattern to complete around 141.95, 142. So deep retracement here could happen, and maybe, well, at least here will be very tight stop, very small risk on the possible position taken. As you can see, we could consider taking the possible short position with a possible downside action. I'm not sure that definitely this pattern will start stronger downward action, but some reaction on this pattern also could happen. The same story, it corresponds to the euro, because on the euro, as you can see, we also expect some upward continuation first to 122, 122.10, and then some reaction. So that's two patterns that we have in cross-market analysis on the cables and the euro currency. So let's see what will happen.